Hello guys, BoltZilla Plays here, bringing you another Destiny video. It is Wednesday, November 11th. We all know what Wednesdays are, Arms Day. So let's see what Banshee has for us this week. So first up, the Foundry Orders we purchased last week. First gun is a Suros JLB47. The Tier 1 has the SLO12, SPO28, and the SRO37 scopes. High caliber rounds or casket mag, speed reload or hand laid stock, and partial refund. The Tier 2 has the SLO12, SPO26 or the SRO37 scopes, hammer forged or oil frame, speed reload or small bore, and outlaw. And the Tier 3 has the SLO12, SPO26, or SRO41 scopes, perfect balance, or casket mag, lightweight, or reinforced barrel, and hidden hand. So I wasn't really fully impressed with any of these, but my recommendation would probably be go with number 3. It's an auto rifle, so and it's more closer to the pea shooter range, so it's going to have a little bit less stability on it. And that's, I'd say, hidden hand opens up the hitbox bigger. Reinforced barrel ups the range. You lose stability, but you gain some of it back with perfect balance. So that would be my run on it. Get some more range on it. Keep the stability pretty much where it was originally. And then you have a scope that actually highlights Guardians with Supers or Powerful Minions of Darkness. So that'd be my recommendation on it. Either that or just hang on to it to next week. But to me, I mean, auto rifles aren't even really worth going after right now anyways, until they do another weapons update and hopefully buff them a little bit more. The second gun is the Hermes D Pulse Rifle. So Tier 1 has the GA Post or the SD Thermal scopes, danger close, counterbalance, high caliber rounds, speed reload, or oiled frame. Tier 2, GB Iron or LB Assault, surrounded, full auto, snapshot, speed reload, or oiled frame. And Tier 3, SC Hollow, LB Assault, Last Resort, Counterbalance, High Caliber Rounds, Speed Reload, or Injection Mold. I recommend Tier 3. I'm gonna give it a try in like trials and stuff, where you actually it matters, where Last Resort will become helpful. And that Counterbalance will help with stability, evening out the stability. Then you can either go high caliber to kind of stagger your opponents, or you could go injection mold to get more stability on it. But this is another one where it's like, I'd say go with number 3, but it might be a good idea also to hang on to it until next week and see what the rolls are on it. Next up is the Demelia D Pulse Rifle. Still can't say it right. GA Post, LC Ranged, Army of 1, Full Auto, Snapshot, Speed Reload, or Injection Mold. Tier 2 has the GB Iron, LC Ranged, Crowd Control, Counterbalance, High Caliber Rounds, Speed Reload, or Injection Mold. And then Tier 3 has the SC Hollow, LC Ranged, Head Seeker, Full Auto, Snapshot, Speed Reload, and Injection Mold. So this is almost identical to the one he offered last week that I recommended, so I'm pretty much recommending this one again. The Head Seeker with Full Auto. The Tier 2, it isn't too bad either. It may be worth a look. But I'd say definitely Tier 3 is a definite option. So that's the one I recommend. Next up, we have the Suros JLB47 rocket launcher. So the Tier 1 has aggressive launch, linear compensator, hard launch, single point sling or flared magwell, Cluster Bomb, Perfect Balance, or Quick Draw. Tier 2 has Aggressive Launch, Smart Drift Control, Hard Launch, Heavy Payload, Speed Reload, Tracking, Javelin, or Lightweight. And then Tier 3 has Aggressive Launch, Soft Launch, Hard Launch, Single Point Sling, or Flared Magwell, Cluster Bomb, Javelin, or Snapshot. This one, out of these, Tier 2 is the best. And the tracking, you either want something with tracking or grenades and horseshoes. Everything else is pretty much worthless on rockets. So, and this is actually a pretty good roll. I was hoping for one with grenades and horseshoes because that's the preferred perk for PvP. So this is more pushing towards a PvE. But it has hard launch, which is a nice. You want hard launch or warhead veneers. You want heavy payload and javelin, which it has. Both. Tracking, its blast rates and velocity are pretty high. You're almost maxing out both of them. So I definitely say go with this one. Unless you want to risk it and hope for one with grenades and horseshoes next week, then save it. But the Tier 2 one is a definite good to go with one. And last up is the Irene RR4 sniper rifle. So we have Tier 1 has the Peki SS2, the Aquala SS4 scopes, Grenadier, Snapshot or Injection Mold, Unflinching, or Mulligan. Tier 2 has the Peki SS2 or the Falcon SS1, Grenadier, Snapshot or Casket Mag, Zen Moment, or Eye of the Storm. And Tier 3 is the Peki SS2 or the Falcon SS1, Luck in the Chamber, Quick Draw, Oiled Frame, Unflinching, or Mulligan. So this one I would recommend Tier 3. Unflinching could be very useful, or Mulligan. Both have it. This is a high impact sniper. The ones that are sought after for Crucible because they can one-shot revives. So it's a definitely sniper choice for trials and stuff like that. I would run Quick Draw for the fast draw rate. This one has Luck in the Chamber. I know a lot of people don't really care about it. They call it like the new final round. To me, it doesn't seem like a final round. Final round, you knew which bullet does the damage. This one, it's a random chance at which one. So, I mean, I feel kind of dirty when I use my other one that has Luck in Chamber, when I hit a body shot with the Luck in Chamber perking. But it's not, to me, the final round snipers was the same thing. It's like, if I had one, I didn't just shoot off to have the last round, so I automatically made sure I killed someone. And I didn't play as if I had it, so yeah. So, I mean, this is the one I'd recommend. If you feel dirty using Luck in the Chamber, go with Tier 1. It's pretty much the same thing, except instead of Luck in Chambers, get Grenadier. So, the test weapons for this week. He's got an Amelon Test FR1 Fusion Rifle, which is have to be used against Vex Minotaurs. He's got the Amelon Test HC1 Hand Cannon, which is used against Vex. He's got a Suros TSP-10, which is used against Hive. He's got a Hake Test A shotgun, which is used against Hive. And he's got an Amelon Test RR1 against Falling Captains. So Falling Captains, I usually go into the Moth Yards and between the cave and the entrance towards Skywatch, just back and forth there. Hive, I would probably just run the door for Dark Beyond, or there's the entrance at Siege of the Warmind, which has a bunch of Thrall that spawn, and then just die at the end and restart the checkpoint until you finish it off. Then we have Vex, so Vex Minotaurs and Vex targets. Typically Vex stuff, I just go to the Citadel on Venus. And that Vex targets is pretty easy. You can do that anywhere with Vex. And then the Minotaurs, this you just need to make sure they're red bar. Foundry orders for next week. He's got an Amelon Thesian FR4 fusion rifle, a Hake Herja D pulse rifle, which he had this last week, a Demelia D pulse rifle. I actually think I said it right that time. Which he's had for the last couple weeks. Suros PDX-45 pulse rifle. And then Hake Strongbow D shotgun. So I would definitely say, I mean, the shotgun could be good in Crucible if you get one with some range perks on it. And that it's kind of middle fire rate, so it's useful. The pulse rifle, I don't think he sold this one yet. The Lademia D is got the messenger base stats. The Herja D has stats similar for base stats like Hawksaw and stuff. And then the fusion rifle. Fusion rifles aren't really that good. I'd say pick up the pulses. The shotgun would probably be good if you're still looking for a decent shotgun. And then we will see what he's got next week. So that was Banshee's Armsday stock for Wednesday, November 11th. Let me know in the comments what you picked up, what versions you went with, what you're saving for next week, what you're looking forward to with next week. If you got any hints, tips, tricks for where to use field test weapons, make sure to like, share the video. Make sure to check out my other videos at youtube.com/c/BoltZillaPlays. And you can check me out streaming from time to time over at twitch.tv/BoltZillaPlays. Till next time, Guardians, take it easy.